Why don't most black men think like me? Well, today I'm going to explain that. And for the last couple of months, I've really been trying to find the right words or the right subject that could explain why most black men don't think like me or think like other conscious brothers. Because we know that the majority of black men are not conscious in 2014. So I had to convert back to childhood because it was the only way to explain it. And I had to go back to when I was a little kid and I would watch commercials or I would watch television. And for some reason, I knew that there was something happening to me. And what was happening to me as I grew up and I learned about social conditioning, I realized that this was happening to me as a child. But for some reason, I was blessed with a mechanism to realize that something was happening to me. And maybe this mechanism was given to me for a reason because this is the reason why I think the way I think today. As I grow up and get older, I'm starting to realize what my calling is. And I'm starting to realize that it is what I'm doing right now. And a lot of young black men in 2014 are going through the same thing I went through when I was a young black man. And what I want black men to understand, and to understand why we don't all think alike and why most black men don't think like me, is because there is billions and billions of dollars through marketing that are being used to keep you from coming to this conclusion. See, there is a lot of money to make sure that you will never end up being conscious of yourself. Because the day you become conscious of yourself is the day that you become a threat. And see, that's why we clash and we argue, because you've been socially conditioned not being aware of it. See, the definition of deception or being deceived is not being aware that it happened. So there's a lot of black men that went through what I went through as a child, watching commercial after commercial after commercial, being socially conditioned, but are not aware of it. That's why most black men will tell you, I was never brainwashed. I was never deceived. Commercials did not have nothing to do with the way that I think. But they don't know that that is the biggest lie they can ever tell. But you should expect this because I have to go back to what deception is. They're not aware that this social conditioning even happened. So this is the reason why a lot of these brothers are confused and will tell you that they never been brainwashed because they wasn't aware that it even happened. So that is the sad part of the situation, you know. And I was glad that I am glad that I think the way I think, because a special mechanism was put inside of me to make me understand at a young age that that TV was teaching me to hate myself. That TV was teaching me that black men were all thugs. That TV was teaching me that black women wasn't worth anything. That TV was teaching me that black girls were not beautiful. That TV was teaching me that I had no history. That TV was teaching me what it wanted to teach me. And that's why I am revealing this to my brothers and sisters to let you know that when you set your young black male in front of that TV and he grows up to hate black women and you don't know why, now you know why. Because when you were letting them sit in front of that TV, they were being raised by commercials. They was being raised and controlled by that person that made that video. Did you not know that videos have hidden messages, thousands and thousands of hidden messages, alphabets, signals, and different images that you don't even see with the naked eye? That's why a lot of people, if you go through YouTube, they will slow down the video for you can see these different little alphabets. And matter of fact, it's even inside of the commercial dialogue. They will tell you that they're brainwashing you. They will tell you, if you go read up on it, they will tell you, yes, we put different little increments of signals through the television to make you want to go buy that product, to make you believe what that video is saying. So that is overwhelming proof that they are brainwashing you. And that's why I tell my brothers, this is why we clash. This is why. Could you imagine 1 million black men thinking the way I think? Can you imagine 5 million black men thinking the way I think? This country would be in trouble. That's why there's so much money in marketing and billions of dollars to socially condition the black male that's targeting you to make sure that you never come, that you will never come to my social thinking. To make sure that you will never be conscious of yourself, and to make sure that you will never love yourself and never have hope in yourself. And that's all being done through commercials. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. And I know that a lot of brothers will say, that didn't happen to me. This has nothing to do with the reason why I have this hate for black women. They will tell you this. But see, they don't understand, and you don't understand, my brother, that the deception part of what happened to you, you're not even aware of it. That's the delusion, because you're not aware of it. So therefore, when we talk to each other and you tell me, no, brother, this not happened to me, go read up on the definition of deception. Deception is when a person has been fooled and they are not aware of it. So, brother, you're not aware that this even happened to you. So this is the reason why a lot of black men don't think the way I think, because they have been socially conditioned not to think the way that I think. So this was a very well-needed video. So what I'm telling you, my brothers, when you are watching your 46-inch HD new television, understand that there is a market that is backed by billion-dollar people to keep you from becoming conscious of yourself, to keep you from becoming a conscious black man. There is billions of dollars that's being poured into commercials to make sure that this will never happen. Just like I tell you, what would happen if 5 million black men were to become conscious and think the way I think and think the way a lot of brothers that have found their conscious self? Can you imagine what would happen? That's why you are a threat. And the biggest threat is that you will wake up one day and realize who you are. The biggest threat that you will wake up and realize that you will be in social condition to think a certain way. The biggest threat is that you will come across my video and you will wake up and understand what's being what's being done to you. So when you put your son, and this going out to the parents, female and males, and you don't understand why your son grow up hating black women and you raised them, and you can't put your finger on why your young 12-year-old said that he will never date a black girl, you better point at that television. So you better watch what your kids are watching, and you better understand that they're being socially conditioned, and if you don't spend enough time with them, that television will raise your children. So that's the reason why the things are happening today. So be aware of that. and monitor what your kids is watching and make them understand that those videos are telling them to hate themselves. For when they see it, they understand that's what's being done to them. Because when you are conscious of what's happening to you, then it has no effect. See, as a young man, I was blessed with the ability to know that I was being brainwashed through that TV, and that's why it didn't happen to me. So understand what's going on, and understand that I'm telling you 100% truth, because I don't get paid to lie. So rewind this video, my brothers, and understand what's being done to you, and understand that what I'm telling you is 100% truth. Thank you for listening. Like and make sure you subscribe. One love.